Hi, welcome to this video class. This is Pravina here to teach you class 6 science. Hope you might have watched 3 and 4 lessons. You might have understood it. So here are few bits for you. Try to answer them. Yes. Here are some few bits now. Try to answer them. Fabrics are made up of. Where do we get fabrics from and what are they made up of? Yarns are made up of. Then the third one, the fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called as dash fibers. So there are few fibers which are obtained from plants and animals. So what are those fibers called as? Then the next one, wool is obtained from the dash of sheep or goat. Yes, we obtain it from hair. So what is that hair called as? Then fibers made out of chemicals are known as dash fibers. So the fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called as one kind of fiber, and those which are obtained from chemicals are called as another kind of fiber. So what are they called as? Take a pause and try to answer these bits. Yes, here your answers are. Yes, fabrics are made up of yarns. Yarns are made up of fibers. Yes, we get the fibers from either plant or animal, and these fibers are twisted together to make a yarn, and yarns are weaved or knitted to make a fabric. So fabrics are made up of yarns and yarns are made up of fibers. And these fibers, if we obtain them from plants and animals, we call them as natural fibers. And wool is obtained from dash of sheep or goat. We get it from the hair of sheep or goat. So that hair is called as the fleece of sheep or goat. And the fibers made out of chemicals are known as synthetic fibers. If we obtain it from plants and animals, we call them as natural fibers, and if we obtain that from chemicals, we call them as synthetic fibers. Yes. The next bit, the process of separating fibers from seeds is done by a process called. So here, once the cotton once the cotton ball is being matured, it bursts open and just expose its fibers. So where we separate the fiber from the seed. So what is that process called as? Then the process of making yarn from fiber is called as. So all the fibers are twisted together to make a yarn. So the process of making these yarn from fiber, what is it called as? Then the process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a fabric. So yarns are arranged together to make a fabric. So if we use two sets of yarns, what is that process called as? Then plant fibers are obtained from. Where do we obtain plant fibers from? Then animal fibers. What are the two plant fibers that we have discussed in this lesson? So take a pause and try to answer them. So here your answers are. So the process of separating fibers from seeds is done by a process called as ginning. Okay, the process of separating seed is called as combing, and that process which is involved to remove the seed is called as a ginning. Then the process of making yarn from fiber is called as spinning. Okay, so here the devices what we use is takli and charka. We use them for just the making of yarn from fiber. So that process is known as spinning. Then the process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a fabric is called as weaving. Then if we use a single set, what is it called as? So single set of yarn is used in the process of knitting, but whereas in weaving we use two sets of yarns. Then where do we obtain plant fibers from? We get it from cotton and jute. Then the animal fibers. What are the animal fibers? The mostly familiar fibers from animals are wool and silk. Hope you might have answered these bits. Then from the fourth lesson, that is sorting materials into groups. So here you have few questions related to that lesson. First bit is objects are made up of. Then materials are grouped together on the basis of their, on what properties, on basis of what property do we group the materials into. Then the materials through which objects can be seen are known as. Okay, there are few materials which allow we can see the objects clearly through them, and also those objects allow the light to pass through them. So what are those objects known as? Then the next one, the materials through which objects can be seen but not clearly. Yes, so what are they called as? Object can be seen through that material but the image is not clear, and also it allow the amount of light to pass through that. So what are those objects called as? The next one, the materials through which objects cannot be seen. So what are those objects which do not allow the light to pass through them? So take a pause and try to answer those bits. Yes, here your answer are. Hope you might have answered them. So objects are made up of materials. Then materials are grouped together on the basis of their similarities and differences. The next one, the materials through which objects can be seen are known as transparent materials. So all the transparent materials allow the light to pass through them, and also these materials we can see the objects clearly through that materials. The next, the materials through which objects can be seen but not clearly as such, those materials are known as translucent materials. As we have did some experiment concerned to lesson 1 in the components of food for testing for fats, the fats will make the paper translucent, in the sense where the image is not clear but a blurred image can be seen through those materials, and also it allows the amount of light to pass through them. And the next bit, the materials through which objects cannot be seen. So there are few materials where we cannot see the objects, and also they do not allow the light to pass through them. So those objects are known as opaque. Yes, now try to match this column 1 with column 2. Synthetic, weaving, wool, natural, ginning. So try to match column 1 with column 2. So here your answers are. So synthetic, nylon. Nylon is a synthetic fiber. Weaving. So in the weaving process we use 2 sets of yarn. Wool. Where do we get it from? We get from sheep or yak. Then what are the natural fibers? Cotton and jute. So cotton is a natural fiber. Then what is ginning? So ginning is the process of separating fibers from seeds. We separate the seeds of cotton by this process of ginning. Yes, try to match this column 1 with column 2. Salt, metals, oil, chalk powder, cardboard. Try to take a pause and answer this. So here your answers are. Salt. It is soluble in water. So based on the different properties, we are divided the objects into different groups. So one such is salt. Based on their soluble nature, we divide these as soluble substances. Then all metals, they are lustrous. They have got a shining property. So all metals are lustrous in nature. Oil. So when you add oil to the beaker of water, what does it do? It just floats on the water. It has got a floating property. As it has got less weight than water, it floats over the surface of water. Then chalk powder. Yes, when you just crunch the chalk and when you add it to water, it is insoluble in water. You can see those particles which got settled down at the bottom of the water. So chalk powder is insoluble in water. And as we have studied 3 different types of materials based on their transparency, so there are few objects which do not allow the light to pass through them, or they do not allow, we cannot see the objects through those materials. So one such material is cardboard. So cardboard is an opaque material. Yes, so here are 2 questions. Try to answer them. First question is, list all items known to you that float on water and check and see if they will float on an oil or kerosene. So you just whatever the objects that are available to you, you just try to add them on a beaker of water and see whether they are floating or not. And these same objects that which float on water, you just add them to oil or kerosene and check whether they float on the oil or kerosene. And the next question is, collect different types of fabrics. Yes, in the fibers to fabric we have studied there are different kinds of natural fibers and synthetic fibers. So whatever the fabric that is that you get at home, okay, you just collect those fabrics and try to paste them in your scrapbook. Thank you. Meet you in the next video.